devastation being caused by the catastrophic oil spill in the Gulf. And tonight on Hannity, we're going to hear directly from the people most impacted by the mishandling of this disaster. Now, the residents of the Gulf Coast. Now, for that, we go live to Frank Luntz. He's standing by with a very special focus group in New Orleans tonight. Frank.
Sean, I'm going to show you something that I never would have asked because I wouldn't have dreamed it. I want you to look at this group. I want a wide shot. How many of you support continued drilling in the Gulf? Raise your hands. What are you, nuts?
This is our way of life. This is our way of life. We have to keep drilling. We cannot be dependent on foreign oil. These big rigs are going to take off and go to China, and we're going to be more dependent on foreign oil.
After this much damage.
50 years of drilling, one accident. Never before. Accidents happen. That doesn't mean you stop. When a jet crashes, you don't stop flying.
But this is the worst
It's one.
But Frank, it might be the worst accident, but right now, this country needs as much oil that's coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. They can find out what caused it. They found out what caused it for the most part. So right now, all they need to do is get after it and keep drilling.
Your business is suffering now, is it not?
Correct. We are very dependent on the Gulf and the lakes being clean and sufficient, self-sufficient.
And you support drilling?
Yes.
But your business has been hurt.
But we'll fix the problem, and there'll be better solutions
The
as to.
entire American economy will be hurt with no drilling. All of America relies on the drilling we do. We're just acutely aware of how it affects our economy because we're right
We have
here.
enough oil here if you'd let us drill, and we could be self-sufficient.
You come from a fishing family, correct?
Yes, I do.
Where do you stand?
I think it's important, though, that we still continue drilling in the Gulf. We need
Are you
this.
losing business?
Well, of course, but in turn, there are people that aren't going to work and not being able to take care of their families.
Glenda.
If we don't continue drilling, we will be economically impacted. So therefore, without additional drilling, Louisiana will have nothing to fall back on.
But you're not. But with this damage, it's hurting the state. It's hurting this economy. Is it not?
This city importance to the country. They're not looking at just this state. We're looking at the country, and we think other states should do likewise. They should drill other places besides just the Gulf.
So you want to take
if they drill closer to the shores, they wouldn't have to risk these deep well drills that are taking place now. We're being pushed out by the conservationists to have to drill way offshore.
Terry,
This was not just an accident. This was negligence. This was negligence. There's a difference.
So you blame
difference.
BP, you don't blame drilling.
Yes, indeed.
Sean,
This was preventable.
Sean wants to get on this.
This city.
Sean, hold on one second.
Hey,
Sean, what do you want to know?
First of all, Frank, I think it's fantastic. I think it's fascinating to me that even the woman with the fisher that's in the fishing industry understands the need for energy independence. Here's my question. If you can ask the audience, who do they blame? What do they think of the response by BP, by the president up until this point? And maybe if you want, you can roll in the shot that we have of the president being on the Today Show.
Yes, and I want to do that. Sean, let me answer Sean's question, and we're going to show a dial very quickly. Who do you blame? BP, Barack Obama, or nature? Who blames BP? Show of hands, BP.
BP, without a doubt.
They're not alone. Let's roll. Let's go back. Let's roll that tape. Remember, the higher that the lines climb, the more favorable the reaction. There was a very split reaction. What Barack Obama said on the Today Show when he talked about kicking a little you-know-what. Let's roll it.
I was down there a month ago, before most of these talking heads were even paying attention to the Gulf. A month ago, I was meeting with fishermen down there, standing in the rain, talking about what a potential crisis this could be. And I don't sit around just talking to experts because this is a college seminar. We talk to these folks because they potentially had the best answers, so I know who's asked to kick, right? So, this is not theater.
Frank, very low numbers. I guess, obviously, I think everyone would blame BP. They were running the rig. Here's the question. What do they think of the federal government's response to the cleanup and to the president's comments?
How many of you got a favorable reaction to the president using the phrase, kick some ass, in talking about what to do with BP down here? Who's got a positive reaction to him using that language? Raise your hands. And who's got a negative reaction to that language? But he's talking about getting serious.
He's being divisive and political. That's all he's doing. What he needs to do is facilitate Other companies share
He wants
helping
this stock
BP.
just as much as anyone else here. It's his job. He takes it seriously. He wants to plug that hole.
Okay, we got to stop right there. I think we're going to be coming back to talk to you. You guys are great. I want to thank you for that. Sean, they got a lot of opinions, and I really am glad that America's hearing them tonight.
I am too. Listen, we're losing the tourism industry, the fishing industry, some of our best beaches, and we're still not cleaning it up, which is where I want to go to when we get back. We'll have much more with our focus group live from New Orleans, and that's coming up straight ahead. Plus, we put the